NASCAR makes its second and final stop at Michigan International Speedway, and if you like speed, you've come to the right place. Michigan has one of the fastest tracks in NASCAR with wide sweeping turns and long straightaways. Typical qualifying speeds are in excess of 200 miles per hour, and corner entry speeds have been known to reach up to 220 miles per hour. This is a track where horsepower is king, and 43 drivers are getting set to bring the noise here at Brooklyn, Michigan. It's the Pure Michigan 400 here at Michigan International, and this is NASCAR on McBlam Racing. And the pace car makes its way down pit road. Greg Biffle and Martin Truex Jr. on the front road as we're mired back in the pack. Starting from the back to try to see if we can get to the front here at Michigan. Green flag is in the air. Tried to pull to the inside of Jr. after he spun the tires, but he managed to put a little bit of a block on us. Killed our momentum going into turn one, so we're going to fall back a few positions. Can't hold the bottom quite with these cold tires. Jeff Burton manages to go around us. A little loose through the pack there. Trying to work our way behind Ryan Blaney. Side draft him. Oh boy, a little contact with Doge. And here comes Matt Kenseth working his way through the middle. An unusual back of the pack start for Matt Kenseth. We're trying to work our way to the inside of Ryan Blaney.
Car up top, just looking. Cover your outside.
We're not quite as fast on cold tires yet. You see the field starting to stack up.
Still up high. Keep it steady.
Truex Jr. out to an early lead as we're making our way down the back straightaway.
Still up high.
Trying to hold the inside line. We have a very loose car here, which we have to be very careful in these turns. Ooh, Kenseth got a little bit loose. He had to check up. We get a decent run off of 4. Can't quite complete any passes. Not yet. So the cold tires kind of don't serve a good purpose for us here. They're 3 wide up ahead of us. Johnson trying to make a run through the middle. Teammate Jeff Gordon on the outside. He falls in line in front of Jeff Gordon.
Come on, let's get
We're trying to get to the inside of Jeff Gordon.
Gotta keep focused.
Ooh, Johnson looks to the inside of Jeff Burton. Burton put the block on. We work our way to the inside of both of them.
Okay, behind you.
Get back up to 35th.
4 seconds in front.
Tires are starting to come in now.
Outside.
So we fall in line a little bit behind Denny Hamlin.
Outside you.
I'm going to dive it down into turn 1.
Okay.
Use the air to get Hamlin up the track, and the field is stacking up. That's going to gain us some more positions. Oh boy, we're 4 wide.
3 wide, too high.
No, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and back out of that. And unfortunately, I have no choice but to go back because the field's checked up again. Oh, gotta be careful about that around that apron. You can kind of use the apron going in and through the center, but coming off, you got to be careful because you can spin the car out. All right. We're going to weigh 3 wide, just overtaking these guys because they're checking up so much, as you can see. Oh boy, really loose off the turn that time. That's going to lose us a little bit of time. Clint Boyer and Michael Waltrip are going to go to our outside. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Michael Waltrip got sideways, had to get out of the gas.
Clear right side.
We do manage to clear Clint Boyer. We're trying to work our way around J.J. Yaley now. Ryan Newman is the new race leader. He leads them down into turns 1 and 2 into the back straightaway as we work our way around Casey Kane, who checked up, and J.J. Yaley, who had to check up to avoid getting into Casey Kane's. We're going down the back straightaway, possibly to collect our fastest lap of the race. Truex Jr. currently holding the fastest lap so far.
Looking really good right here. Clear high.
We shoved up the track a little bit. We may not get a faster lap.
Come on, buddy. We've got to work for that money.
And here's our points competitor, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 21st. We work our way to the inside of him. And there the field goes, checking up again. This is one of the problems with the game. This is one of the problems with the game. This was a thing that was not fixed in the patch. This basically once your tires start to come in, it seems like everyone else's tires fall off. Okay, be careful, be careful, be careful. Yeah, I had to get down to apron to avoid that. There was a big stack up there as we're almost to the top 10. But yeah, this is one of the problems with both Michigan and California.
We're on the high side. Park 2 back.
Now it's going to get a little bit harder now that we're in the top 10 and they're a little bit single file. But it seems like I said, it seems like once your tires come in, everyone else's tires fall off.
High side. Looking high.
We got Cole Witt coming to the outside. We got a little loose there. Had to get out of the gas a little bit. Comes Cole Witt shooting through the middle. Big run off of 4. Witt makes his way into the top 10. Here comes Joey Logano and Chase Elliott on the outside. Oh, but AJ Allmendinger slows him up.
Clear right.
They try to make our way to the inside of Cole Witt.
Stay low.
Having to stay really low. And Kurt Busch is going to check up now. And here's the thing about that. And I know it's just like it's programming and stuff like that, but when the AI checks up, everyone checks up. If you have the checkup, they just kind of blow right past you. So that's one of those things like that needed to. One of the things that needed to be fixed here was that, you know, one AI car checks up. If you're on the outside of him, just go on by, because that's what would happen to us. We checked up in the corner. If someone was on our outside, they just fly on by, which is good. I like that kind of racing, but I should not have been able to make it up through the pack that fast. Yeah, our tires are starting to have come in now. We've got good grip.
Okay, 20 to go.
20 laps to go. Ryan Newman is the race leader, making our way to the inside of Tony Stewart and Brad Keselowski, who are running very similar paint colors today. So we got around Brad Keselowski. We've worked our way into the top 5. Now it's just a matter of catching up to these top 4, which is going to be a bit challenging. So we'll have to rely on pit stops maybe to get around them.
Closing on the bottom.
Here comes Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski with a big run. We kind of overdrove turns 3 and 4 a little bit there. Tony Stewart's going to go by as well. Here comes Austin Dillon. Big run by Austin Dillon.
Car outside. At your door. Outside. Clear up top.
2 and a 3 pushing each other down the back straightaway.
Cover your outside.
All right, we're trying to get to the inside of Austin. We go down to the turn 3. Austin checks up. Oh boy.
Got one working the top. Right,
he saves it. We got into the back of him.
Right's clear.
Oh boy, contact back there again. Looks like he made some contact with someone else, trying to gather the car back up. Did not mean to get into Austin Dillon, but I didn't expect him to check up, which I should have. But, because that's just what happens here. We work our way around Keselowski again, back into the top 5. Now we're going to try to catch the top 4, try to be a little bit cleaner, not mess up the turns so much. Kind of run this middle lane in turn 3 and 4, kind of diamond the corner. That does help us a little bit. We're really good at 1 and 2, not so much in 3 and 4. And the orange on fuel, so pit stops should be happening shortly. Oh boy, yeah, I messed up that turn. It's going to allow Keselowski to catch back up to us. We lost some time to the leaders up there. Ryan Newman leading the most laps of the race so far. Looks like he may get that most laps led. Also, Stenhouse Jr. is in the top 5. How about that? Yeah, Tony Stewart is trying to close in behind us. Yeah, we make it stick really. We're really good in 1 and 2. When we can hit the turn just right, we are really good in 1 and 2. But you have to hit that mark just right, especially with how loose this car is. But as far as running the bottom, we can't really do that. Oh, we got a little bit of a checkup here. That allowed me to catch up a little bit. Yeah, I managed to close in from 2.7 to 2.3.
Halfway home, buddy.
Greg Biffle fell back to 4th place. Battling with Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Roush Racing teammate. Looks like pit stops are starting to happen already. Not sure who this is. Looks like Doge. We're going to go way low
2 seconds ahead.
just to try to avoid him. Not going to take any chances with him coming up the track. I don't want to cause a caution, because I think if we can make this run completely green, we have a chance to win, because we're not good on restarts. Not here at Michigan anyway. We could probably hold our line, but
You ready, buddy? We're low on fuel.
yeah, we're low on fuel now. But yeah, if we try to,
Car in front's heading to the pit.
the thing is, if we do it, we have to take 4 tires. We can't take
Full
2
second,
like we
you made
did
it with the driver
before.
in front. Way to go, buddy.
And that was earlier on in the season when we raced here at Michigan. I took 2 tires. Oh boy, if I had to get out of the gas. Stenhouse and the
Go high.
Martin
Go
Truex
high.
Jr.
Clear on the low side.
and also Ryan Newman come down pit road as we overtake Greg
All right,
Biffle,
I
who
want you
had to
pit
check
this
up.
time. Hit this lap.
We're gonna have to come down pit road this time by. But yeah, we took 2 tires last time, and that did get us to track position, but we just didn't have the grip. We slid up the track, and we couldn't hold the position, and that gave Dale Earnhardt Jr. the win at Michigan last time.
Okay, try to save fuel best you can.
All right, coming off of turns 3 and 4, we should be coming down pit road this time by. I believe Greg Biffle will follow us in.
He's coming low.
Yes, we are. Yes, he does.
Easy,
Ooh,
man,
slid
easy.
it just a
Speed
little
on pit
bit.
road's not what we need right now.
You need some fuel? I think we should change those tires
4
out.
tires and fuel.
All right, let's do this. In and out.
Hey there, race fans, Mikey here, and the Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington is less than 1 month away. So you know what that means? Throwback paint schemes. Because honestly, why else would you watch me race at Darlington? You know I'm no good there, right? I mean, come on, it's NASCAR 15. And this year we have 2 paint schemes to choose from. The first is a throwback to Smoke himself, Tony Stewart, from back in his Joe Gibbs days, his Home Depot paint scheme. And the second throwback scheme is Jeff Gordon's Rainbow Warrior paint scheme from back in his early days. Yeah, post-creeper mustache. Anyway, guys, you have 2 ways that you can vote. The first being down in the comments below of each video leading up to that day. The second is to cast your vote on Twitter. You can find the link to that poll down in the description down below. And while you're over there, maybe press the follow button. You know, because why not? The votes will be tallied on August 31st, which is the last Thursday before that race. Thank you guys for participating, and I will see you in the next race.
He's coming high. Car high.
Pit stops
Right side's
complete.
clear.
Clint Boyer is the only one that has not pitted yet. You see, we couldn't hold back Truex Jr. Truex Jr. had a big run. We might get him off of turn in through the trioval this time. We're side by side going down into turn
Nice
1.
and easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Clear high.
Currently battling the 2017 race dominator Martin Truex Jr. We do overtake him into turns 1 and 2. We're going to get around Josh Wise.
Clear up high.
I think Josh Wise just went a second lap down. Makes me wonder what happened with him. But Josh Wise is going to slow up Martin Truex Jr. a little bit. So we're really loose. We have to fight with these fresh tires. We're not as good on fresh tires as we are on older ones.
Okay, behind you.
Here comes Martin Truex
We're all
Jr.
around.
really on our back bumper now. Makes me wonder. Oh boy, got into the wall just a little bit there. Makes me really wonder how this race is going to pan out.
Car 1 back.
Trying to hold our line in front of Martin Truex. He's going to go around us. He's going to have to go on the high side. Not that he can't do that. He's overcommitted a little bit, got too high.
9 to go.
9 laps to go. And we're really going to have to make these turns work for us. Okay, we opened up quite a bit of a gap on Martin Truex Jr. Greg Biffle and Stenhouse Jr. not too far behind. Really good run for Stenhouse Jr. and Roush Racing in general. Yeah, trying to bring the 82 car into victory lane. Trying to get us a win for Joe.
8 to go.
This is one of his better tracks. He's always really good on the 2-milers, so this track in California Speedway, a little bit sideways coming off of 2 that time. It allows Biffle to catch up to us, but here comes Truex. Truex looking down to the inside. Can he make the pass? Can't quite get there. Biffle comes down to block. We're going to have to come down to cover as well.
2 back.
Biffle got a big run through turns 3 and 4 that time. But couldn't he checks up through the front stretch. That allows Truex Jr. to get the advantage. Here comes Truex. Truex is back up in second. Biffle falls back to third. No, he falls back to fourth as he's overtaken by his teammates, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Coming to 6 laps to go when we cross the line. Truex Jr. still holding the fastest lap of the race. We're doing everything we can to hold him off. I believe the tires should start to be coming in around this lap.
6 to go.
Trying to hit these turns as clean as possible. Yeah, there we go. We're still a little sideways. But you know what they say, loose is fast and on the edge of out of control. But most importantly, it's fast. You see Truex holding to about a 0.7 seconds behind. Oh, he fell back a little bit there. There's that checkup again.
5 to go.
5 laps to go.
Nice and smooth. You're way out front. Use that clean air.
Truex is now battling side by side with Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse takes over the second spot. Ryan Newman is back into the picture. Trying to get back to victory lane. I don't think we've been back to victory lane since Indianapolis. But most importantly, trying to get a win for this 82 team.
4 to go.
4 laps to go. We're out front. Stenhouse Jr. in second. Truex is in third. Biffle in fourth. Ryan Newman in fifth. Battle going on for third. They just took it 3 wide coming off of 2 that time. All that's doing is helping us. Might catch up to some lap traffic here. Not entirely sure if we will. 3 laps to go.
Ready to go. Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging.
1 second ahead of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Doing everything we can to hold these guys off. The radio is completely silent except for the spotter. Going down to the turns 3 and 4, coming to 2 laps to go, this time by. Greg Biffle has now moved himself into the second spot and pulled a pretty decent gap on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Here comes Biffle. But I don't think he can make up almost 2 seconds in 2 laps. Less than 2 laps now. Coming down the back straightaway, catching up to Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon stays high. He's going to let us go. He backs off. Yep, lets us go. We're running the bottom through turns 3 and 4. Here we come to the white flag. 1 to go.
make it count now. Here we go. One more time. Keep digging, buddy.
One more
Not
time
over yet.
around. This would mean a lot if we could get this win for Joseph Lombard. Down the back straightaway for the final time. 2 seconds ahead. No pressure from behind. Coming off turn 4. We will hang on. And we're going to win the Pure Michigan 400.
Woo-hoo! There you go. Yes, yes, yes. You're the man. Same great driver, just another day in victory lane.
We have won the Pure Michigan 400 here at Michigan International. Finally got a win for the number 82 cars. We're going down to victory lane, and we're going to burn it down in victory lane, Kyle Larson style. Yeah, burning it up. Unfortunately, they don't have the smoke. Oh boy. The burn-ups are pretty hard in victory lane because you don't have a lot of space to work with. Unfortunately, we don't have the track smoke. We have the grass smoke.
Soak it up, man. Great job today.
But it does feel good to get a victory for Joseph Lombard, aka N2SC4R, as we're running his Sunoco paint scheme and number as a tribute to him and their family. And his family, excuse me. Yeah, he's always been good at this track. Gotta definitely gotta thank Delta Force Racing for a good setup, fast setup here. And we never qualify well here, but that's the thing with the AI always checking up. We can get to the front fairly fast, and I believe we could have gotten there without the AI checking up, because we got a fast enough car to do it. But yeah, it just feels really good to go to victory lane. Yeah, this one's for you, Joe. Alright guys, here are the race results for the Pure Michigan 400 here at Michigan International Speedway. We are the race winner. We have 1-1 for Joe. Happy to get this 82 car at victory lane. Second place is Greg Biffle, who was catching up for a while, but he did fall back after a little bit. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was third. Martin Truex Jr. would hold the fastest lap of the race in fourth, who looked like he was going to contend for a little bit. Austin Dillon, despite the trouble we had with him earlier, actually does rally back for a top 5 finish. Ryan Newman, who led the most laps of the race of Richard Childress Racing, finishes 6th. 7th is Tony Stewart. 8th is Brad Keselowski, who was fastest in practice all weekend long. And AJ Allmendinger finishes 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Casey Kane. And here are the rest of the race results. As you see, Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishes 11th, who's the points leader going into this race. He may still have the points lead coming out. It's going to be hard to tell. We'll figure it out once we get to the point standings. Danica Patrick 25th. Clint Boyer, David Gilliland, Jed Burton here in the back. Thankful to Josh Wise and Ty Dillon, who let us go. I was worried about that, but hey, man. Josh Wise actually went 2 laps down. I wonder what happened with him. So 1 lap down is Ty Dillon. Regan Smith, the last car on the lead lap. Alright guys, so here are the points standings. Dale Earnhardt Jr. still maintains the points lead, finishing 11th here at the Michigan 400. But we do actually come in second. Don't know why we have the Carl Edwards' number, but we do come in second. We have 7 wins, from today. Tony Stewart is in 3rd. 4th is Kurt Busch. 5th is Jeff Gordon. 6th is Brad Keselowski. 7th is Danny Hamlin. And 8th is AJ Allmendinger. And I believe Kevin Harvick is out of this race, out of the chase as of right now, because if we go to Greg Biffle, Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Matt Kenseth, and rounding out the challengers will be Jamie McMurray. So those are the point standings as of right now. So yeah, guys, a great and hard-fought win for us. Finally got that 82 car to victory lane. That one's for you, JoJo, aka 2SC4R. That one's for you, man. That's for you. He's always done really well at that track. He's always done really well at Michigan. He has done the whole qualifying in the back and winning the race, so I knew it was possible. And yeah, of course, the fast setup from Delta Force Racing, as well as a lot of the field checking up, and that's why you're able to kind of do that, because a lot of the field just checks up off of turn 4 mainly, not so much off of 2, but definitely off of 4. I would have liked if they would not have done that, and it would have been a little bit more difficult. I would have liked to race Martin Truex Jr. all the way to the end, because it was just me and him for a long time. And I know Josh Wise being on the outside of him did cause some turbulent air and stuff, and he couldn't quite get to me. But I would have liked to race Martin Truex Jr. That would have been cool. But yeah, the next race is going to be at Bristol. That will be the last race that we will run the number 82 Sunoco paint scheme for N2SC4R. Continuing our 3-race tribute, and I'm really happy that I was able to get that car to victory lane. That meant a lot, and then to do the Kyle Larson burnouts in victory lane, which was pretty neat. It's really hard to do that. You have to really just kind of work the brakes and stuff like that, but it's hard to do that and not hit anything. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that race. It was definitely a nail-biter for me, because I had to remain absolutely focused and just I was just trying to hit every mark that I could, because I knew the car was really loose. And if I turn too much, I'll lose it. If I don't turn enough, I'll have to chase it up the hill, slide into the wall, as it happened on a couple occasions. So. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that race. I surely did, and I'm happy I was able to rebound from Watkins Glen. I didn't finish bad at Watkins Glen. I just was happy to be able to rebound from it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy these races, I do them every Sunday following the NASCAR season. Don't forget to post your votes down below for the Darlington paint schemes, and I will see you guys at Bristol.